Hey, welcome to your special edition 2023 playoff edition of the Champions Perspective. With us today, our commissioner, Adam Davis. Adam, welcome to the show, buddy.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me, Smitty.
Oh, right on, buddy. Anytime. And with us, as always, the analyst, Tim Kovac.
Howdy, y'all.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Living my best life. How about you?
Well, we're working on it.
There you go.
All right, so we haven't done this for a while, but everybody asked for, hey, let's get another installment of it here, and why not do it for the a playoff round here? So maybe we do another one next week, maybe we don't. I guess it depends on if I lose. If I lose, fuck, I don't want to fucking do it again. You know how that goes. So right off the rip, Commissioner Davis is going to talk about end of season payouts and possible rules we could vote on. What do you got, Em?
Thanks, Smitty. Yeah, you're commissioner, and let's not forget reigning champion.
Oh fuck!
From from 2022. But yeah, wanted. That's okay. That's right. Yeah. Thanks, DeMar Hamlin. The reason I wanted to get on here, guys, is first and foremost congratulate all the teams that have made it into the playoffs for 2023. Wish everybody good luck and hope everybody comes out victorious except for Smitty. Anyway, wanted to take a second and announce the winners of the three side games. So first and foremost, we have Brother Bill winning the Survivor, last man standing. So
Hey.
Congratulations, Bill.
Nice job, Bill.
Yeah, I think this is first time he's ever taken money home out of this, so he's overdue and probably well deserved. Highest points get total Pete Lamb. This was something that he got way back mid-season at 171.52. Puffer came in close at a 170.7. So
Ooh.
Good job, Lammer. Puffer, better luck next year. And last but not least, the win streak. So we have a three-way tie for the win streak. Puffer, Mac, and Scully, all three had win streaks of 4 games in a row. So I would like to request that 3 of you reach out to me on a group text. Let me know how you want to handle this. I'm open for either the 3 of you splitting it. You can have $16 or whatever that math works out to be a piece. Or we can take that $50 and apply it to whoever scores the most points this week, or maybe get your guys' thoughts on how you want to divvy up this $50. So that's the 3 survival or 3 side games, standings and payouts. I do want to ask, and we can put this out. I'll put this on a group text as well. But let me know what you guys are thinking about these side bets. If you like them, great. If you like all 3, if you'd rather eliminate one and make the payouts bigger for 2 of the 3, if you want to eliminate all 3 of them and put that money back in towards first, second, third, or we could pay last place as well. All different kinds of things we can do with that extra $150 a year that we're collecting. So would love to get creative with it, maybe mix it up, keep it fresh, just like we did a couple of years ago with this. So that's the agenda point number 1. Number 2, I'd like to talk about rules real quick with everybody. Some rule changes that I'm just putting out there, but then also opening it up for them instead of coming to draft day completely unprepared with rule discussions or point discussions, etc. So the first thing I'd like to ask is how everybody feels about the position of kicker. So there's a few leagues that I've played in over the years that we've eliminated the kicking position. Some people stream the kicker position. I know it can be, make or break for some teams. Hard to predict. Kickers get hurt, whatever the case is. So I know which obviously everybody gets hurt, but if you guys like the kicking position, we can keep it. If you don't like the kicking position, we can eliminate it from even being drafted. If we do eliminate it, I would like to propose maybe a potential PPR format for scoring. It doesn't have to be a full point PPR. We can do a half point PPR. So that way we don't lose the points from the, eliminating the kicking position, It can make obviously your receivers, your tight ends, and even your running backs a little bit more valuable if we add in the PPR, points per reception format into the league. So those are my two, proposals. Definitely would love to hear some feedback. And then lastly, for everybody out there, if you guys have ideas, if you play in other leagues that you really like something that they're doing that we're not, and you want to put that on the table, that's always open for discussion and put to a vote. So that's how we got to these 3 survival leagues where somebody brought that to the table with this is happening in my other leagues, and I think it's a really fun kind of side game. So again, if you play in other leagues, they're doing something you like that we're not doing, let me know what it is. We can put it up for a vote. So that's what I got for us.
Awesome. Speaking
Cool.
of that 3-way, so you remember last time we had a 3-way, that chick didn't walk right for a little while. That was crazy. I lost a laptop out of that deal. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. Long time ago.
Anyway, all right. Well, let's get into this playoff matchup. We're gonna do a slight review of the winning bracket, not constellation. We're not gonna do any reviews of that. So we're gonna look over the winning brackets here and take a look at the matchups and maybe give some picks or who we think's gonna struggle or win. So first up, boys, we got Puffer with a bye. I thought
ACDC.
I thought last week, I thought Holbrook, 2 weeks ago, I thought Holbrook was going to tear him up after putting 40 up with DK. And then this past week, Ezekiel Elliott showed up out of nowhere, put 20 up on Puffer. But that dude just keeps fighting back. And I don't know if he knows who he's starting at quarterback right now. But I guess having a week off is best for him.
He hired that guy from Michigan to steal some signs or something. Is that why he keeps winning? I don't know.
It's a possibility. Connor Stallions, I think it's
Connor Stallions.
Connor Stallions.
I know
Stallions back.
he's got Josh Jacobs is hurt, so this bye week that Puffer gets is really going to help him out. He's got some injuries, so I think the bye week shows up good for Puffer this week.
I'm just hoping Debo cools off. Screw you, Puffer.
Screw you, Puffer. So the real matches start up next here. So we got Pete versus Mac, the 4 and 5 seed. These guys on paper here seem equally matched. It's got projected Pete at 93. It's got Mac at 102.3. It's close enough. I would call it equally matched. Down at the check marks, it shows Mac all over like he's, really looking good for it. Their last matchup, as you can see right, I don't know if everybody can see my cursor in this video, but Mac wins by over 26 points. That can be a little shaded because Mac's defense, I think, put up a bunch of points. Let me see what I got here. Mac's points, his defense put up 15 points, and I believe Pete's team, his kicker, put up 22 points. So those points are a little deceiving for their previous matchup because you ain't gonna make that shit happen again. What do you think there,
Browns?
Yeah, it was the Browns, absolutely.
Yeah. 22. See, that goes back to the rule changes. 22 points on a kicker. That's brutal.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Like you said, it kind of seems like a little bit of luck of the draw sometimes. But yeah, it should be a tight matchup. It's probably going to swing on Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. See if they can. Prescott keeps playing the way he has been, and it's going to be tough to beat. Be curious.
Both quarterbacks on the road, right, Timmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dak's at Buffalo.
Yep. And Jalen's at Seattle, which is a tough place to play.
Yep.
Tough places.
We'll see what happens with Tyreek too. Didn't he get hurt or something last week?
He is questionable. He's got an ankle issue. He came back into the game, but
yeah.
And they are going against the Jets, so he might have a little Sauce Gardner around him.
Look at Lammer starting Zach Moss. Wasn't he a trade victim of Lammer or from Smitty? That didn't Moss go directly on the bench the week you traded him?
I don't know if he started him right away or not, but he had some big games early on.
Comes back to pay off. Lamb must have saw the future.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor on the bench right
Yep.
now with coming back from a thumb surgery. He's doubtful for this week, which was sad for me
Yeah.
because I had to take him out of my IR spot, which lost me
Mm,
picking up another guy off the bench.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you guys, what do you guys? You got some picks here?
It's tough to like Mac's team's been playing very well, so I would probably go with Mac on that one, as long as Tyreek is playing and healthy. A lot of Brown,
Yeah. A
a
lot
lot
of
of Browns
Browns.
players between those two
A lot of
teams.
Browns players between the two, and Browns are so inconsistent. If I had to pick, I'm kind of with Timmy on this one. I think Buffalo's defense is a little sus. So I think Dak has a bigger game than Jalen, and quite honestly, this game could come down to the Cleveland running backs and who ends up kind of stealing a tutty. Is Kareem Hunt the goal line guy
Yeah.
or break a big one? So,
Hmm.
but I think it's gonna be close. But I'm gonna take Mac on this one.
Yep, that's a 3-0 there. I'm also going to choose Mac on that one. Next up we have Timmy versus Scully in the number 3 to number 6 seeded matchup. Wait for this guy to load up here.
Hopefully, third time's the charm.
So down here, if it shows my cursor, there's 2 previous matchups. Scully wins by 3 points in week 3, wins by 25, 30 points in week 14, I believe, which was that your last game that you just had, Tim?
Yep.
Timmy was probably just resting players, Scully. So
He
don't think you
got
got something
negative out of his
special.
quarterback and still dropped a 105 on me, and that was a rough one.
Uh,
I think
just
everybody got a touchdown. Everybody scored for him last week, which except what can you do? Like I said, third time's the charm. So we'll catch him this week. I just gotta figure out who I'm getting in there, I guess.
I I wrote down some notes talking about both your team's quarterback struggles. CJ Stroud had under a point last week, and Patrick Mahomes he's been struggling for the past few weeks. 15 points, 12 points here.
Since
It's
I
just
picked him
not
up.
not what you expected when you make a trade of Debo Samuels and Josh Jacobs. Is that who that was, Timmy?
And Trevor Lawrence.
And Trevor Lawrence. Yep. So you really hope for a better return on that.
Yeah.
Somehow Puffer saw the future in that of ding dong ditch with Patrick Mahomes.
If those receivers could just catch the damn ball, I think it'd be a different story all over, but a lot of drops. He's facing a lot of drops this year. Hopefully he just keeps feeding it to Rasheed Rice and I can double dip all that
Yeah,
all day
double
long.
dip.
That'd be great.
Yep.
Yeah.
So ESPN has you favored pretty well, Timmy.
Yeah,
How
it
you
should
feel
be
about
good.
that? How you feel about projections?
Projections are for pussies, man. I can't
Mm.
I can't put it fully on the ESPN stuff there, but I do think I'm gonna pull it out this week. I just St. Brown had a down week last week. I think he only had like 3 points or something. So he comes back, Patrick Mahomes does anything relatively reasonable. I should have enough firepower to hopefully pull it out. So we'll see.
Yep. Davis, what's your pick on this matchup?
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking it over, Smitty. Projections are for pussies. I don't like that CJ is Stroud's coming back from a concussion here, and if I remember correctly, he's down as number 1 and number 2 wide receiver. So that's going to be a tough scoring there. Plus, he's on the road in Tennessee. Patty Mahomes on the road in New England. Belichick announced today he's gone, so maybe he's trying to make a state. I don't know.
Scully does have a backup of Kyler Murray against
He
San Fran this
does.
week.
Again, you're not going to start. You can't start against San Fran. I don't see that happening.
Well, what do
But
you do? What do you do if Stroud doesn't pass concussion protocol?
yeah, he's probably going to scramble Sunday morning or Saturday morning. So for a quarterback on the waivers, if there's anybody out there, I don't know. I don't know who CJ's backup is in Houston, but if I was going to pick this one, put any kind of money on it, I like Eckler and I like George Kittle over
Kittle.
Hill and Olave.
Yeah.
So, and I think so. Here's one. I think this is going to come down to the kicker. I think Nick Folk's going to win this one.
Oh,
So I'm going
oh,
to take Scully. I'm going to take Scully on this one.
oh shit. All right, we got to split
Especially
decision
since you're
there.
0-3.
There you go.
0-3. I'm gonna, I'm not sure I can give a winner or loser to this until I talk to Denise, the real
Oh,
game decision maker, and see what her thoughts are on the team and where CJ Stroud might be going to that week. And Davis Mill is the backup in Houston. He came in for a little bit last week. I'm
right.
not sure how he did, but I guess I
Strong
would take
name.
a healthy Kyler over Davis Mills.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Timmy. I'm gonna go with Timmy Scully. I don't think you got what it takes to go 3-0 on Timmy. I do appreciate you trading with me all year, and but you're gonna have to lose. You have to lose.
Yeah, we should definitely get rid of these kickers. If it comes down to the kicker, my vote will be to.
All right, last up, number 2 seed versus number 7 seed, me versus Ben. Ben's got a warm spot in hell for this matchup. I don't know what that means, but fuck them. So previous matchups right off the rip, week 1, boy, I was killing him. Felt great. Come back to week 12, he just put the hurting on me. So Ben's been putting up some points lately, although his schedule might not show it. He's 7-7. Couldn't even get over 500. That's something to be said about a playoff team. I think he's got the worst record in the playoffs right now. So I don't know how he inched in. So it looks like both our teams are pretty healthy. He's got a Nico Collins questionable. I've got Justin Jefferson questionable. I've got Jonathan Taylor questionable. But overall, it's going to be a shootout, I believe. What do you think, Timmy?
Yeah, it's time for Benny to kind of put his money where his mouth was in the thread all season. Complaining about your point totals and all that. And, end of the season, it does look like you caught up and probably looks like you passed them for point total by the end of the season. So I know you guys were a lot of fireworks popping off in the chat there, but now he's got a shot to figure this out.
Yep.
But you got some really good matchups coming up with Purdy against Arizona, Dallas against Buffalo. Like Davis was saying, I think their defense is a little soft this year, so Ferguson could have a big day. Cooper Kupp against Washington, CeeDee Lamb against Buffalo. It's gonna be tough. Half your team's playing pretty loose defenses, so I'm probably gonna have to go with you on this one. Hate to say it, Ben, unless Josh Allen has a miracle rolled up his sleeve, like a miracle 50 or something, and maybe well, who could do it?
Williams.
Williams. Yeah, well, he could have a
Kieran
big day.
Williams.
But
Washington. Yeah, that's right.
with the Browns slinging the ball around now too, like Amari Cooper he could get 100 and a tutty, and that's 100 plus.
Yeah.
So, but even with all of that, I do think a lot of Smitty's matchups just come out a little bit nicer. So I'd probably have to go with Smitty on that one. Should be close though.
Adam, what are your thoughts?
This game's over before it gets started, my friend. Brock Purdy probably puts up his, a 40 spot on Arizona's defense. I don't care if this game's on the road. San Francisco's going to win this one by 35, 40 points, I think. Your receiving core is absolutely ridiculous. This is not the receiving core that you started with this year. I know Cooper Kupp was on the IR. You got, Jay Jetta. You got CeeDee Lamb from me on a, last minute, kind of Hail Mary trying to boost some points on my team. So if half your team shows up, I think that you put Ben to sleep here. So, and then you've got Justin Tucker, which, again, the kicker is probably going to prevail with 15 to 20 points, and may just be the difference in this game. So yeah, I think Smitty wins this one hands. I think the projections here are way off. I think Smitty wins by 30.
Oh, oh boy, that makes me feel all warm inside.
Josh
I,
Allen's and his defense, the Dallas's defense, that he's going to be in trouble.
I would not want to be Davis in the thread when Ben watches this.
But like Davis had mentioned, Ben is overseas.
He's
He's on a
yeah.
cruise ship. It costs way too much to call or text, so he's got Wi-Fi, so he was able to watch the YouTube video and all that shit. And me and him are having an honest go back and forth on Messenger and shit, so that's fun. But
Good.
fuck, me and Ben been picking on each other since fourth grade, so you know if I can piss him off or he can piss me off, it's perfect.
There you go. It's
All right,
fitting
I
that
don't know how
he's going
many.
to end the other one's season.
Huh?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fitting that one of you is going to end the other one's season.
Last year I got the bye week, and I faced Mac the next week, and I beat him. I beat him twice a year, and then he beat me by I don't know 3 or 4 points, and that sucked. So yeah, not looking forward. Not looking forward to hearing Ben's mouth, even if he does lose. Okay, hearing him win, it's gonna be fucking horrible. Hearing him lose might be worse.
Yeah. Well, the NFL's an entertainment business, and so is the Banger and Lever League. So
Mm.
this matchup is baked from week one. So let's
Should
get it
be some
going.
fireworks.
Yep.
I'd like to thank everybody in the league that was, making waiver pickups, making trades, reaching out, talking out in a text thread, just being involved in it because that makes this whole league so much more fun is when you can banter back and forth and talk shit and drop guys and pick up guys and make trades and have guys tell you the trades suck and then they don't and then they work out or vice versa. So I appreciate everybody staying alive in this league, not just being a fucking wet noodle like Ben will be this weekend against me. But yeah,
I
Davis,
second that, Smitty.
Davis, I just want to thank you for keep being an awesome commish, keeping things together and organized for us and making it easy for us to figure out what we need to do. And
You're welcome, man. Yeah, thanks for being a consistent group of stand-up guys here on this, man. The engagement, not only the group text, but yeah, the movements and the teams. And I feel like every year it's always a battle of who's in and who's out, and it definitely it makes it for a very fun and entertaining end of year. So great job and congrats again to everybody that made the playoffs.
all right. Any last sign offs, Timmy?
Nah, man. Projections are for pussies. Good luck, everybody. It's going to be a wild ride. And it'll be great to hold the championship trophy at the end of all of this. So
real nice. Real nice, Clark. All right, that'll be your 2023 special edition for playoff round one.
all
Have
right.
a good night.
Yeah, take care.
Peace, everybody.